super excited. I just bought an knackered old pool table for 150 quid, but I love it. It's classic. Look at that. Excellent logos, super 90s. It needs a new cloth. Everything's worn and it's faded, but I love the design. All done. One fully topped and refelted pool table. The felt cost me 25 quid from eBay, and the cement board that I've used for the top, which I haven't tried yet, but it looks dead flat and the balls roll nicely on it, was 60 quid. Plus a few fixings. I think it's cost me 100 quid to restore it, plus 150 to buy it. So 250 for an outdoor pool table is not too bad, especially as the original purchase price was 6,000. You can still buy them, 6,500. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It's been quite a mission. I'm out of breath. I'm going to go and get a beer and have a game of pool. The previous owner said it used to be slate, but it cracked, so he replaced it with marine ply. And now this winter it's been outside and got super wet and it's gone all sort of squishy and yucky. Step one, remove the top. It's pretty cool seeing all the rails. Right, leaves everywhere. I'll just give it a good clean. At the moment the wood and the felt is attached to the rim that goes around the top. I'm going to replace that hopefully with fiberboard or something very similar to slate. And in here you can see all the mechanism. They've already removed the coin operated part, so the balls just go into here, and back out to here. Gotta love WD-40. So all the bolts are out now. That ply top should just lift off. So I got the top off pretty easy. It's just bolted, and then these bolts are captive into the aluminium trim. Now to get this off, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to obviously take these cushions off. I don't know how they're fixed. I wonder if all this comes apart and then these maybe slide in from the ends. So I've taken it apart, just 2 bolts each end, and this bit slides out. I was hoping that this was going to be in 2 pieces, so I was hoping this would separate off so as we could get the cloth in there, but it looks like, well, it's definitely one piece, and it's looking like the cloth where it wraps around the rubber cushion is kind of pushed in here, maybe glued. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to try and dig that out. It's easy around the bottom here because we just glue it and it hides off down underneath the table, but on the top part of the table here it's going to have to be nice and neat and tidy and somehow sit in this little groove here. Spent most of yesterday cleaning the table. It needed a good jet wash. There were leaves stuck in all the pockets and it was disgusting. So here in each foot is a drain hole and the water goes through and then out the bottom of each leg. Done that. So now when it rains, like it did 10 minutes ago, bit of a storm, it all dribbles down and goes out the bottom of the legs. Found out the slate is 20mm thick, so what I've done is I've bought a sheet of this fiberboard which is 10mm thick. These 2 braces across here obviously support the deck or the playing surface when it's on, so I'm going to use this to shim it to come up to the right height, and then a whole sheet to cover in felt for the top. I think it's going to work. It's obviously weatherproof because you can use this stuff outside. It's pretty flat and pretty smooth, so I might just run a sander over it. Hopeful that it'll be pretty similar to a slate bed, hopefully. Anyway, it's worth a try. This stuff's like 60 quid a sheet. Yeah, so now I've just got to measure everything up and cut some holes in it. So I've got my first problem. It's only a small problem, but I was using the old piece as a template, assuming that it was the right size. So I've cut my length at 215, which is the same as the old piece. Now I've lined everything up. You can see how much overhang there is on the side here. With the end piece on, I've only got half the overhang that I could have. I wish I'd ignored the original piece and just measured up like this before, because I would have left at least 5 centimeters extra length on there so as it bolts in nicely. Doesn't really matter, because as long as I don't cut it too small, or I'm not going to cut it as small as the original piece for the width. I think what's happened is someone's cut the ply by eye or by measuring without the original slate as a template, so I think I need to ignore that and just start again. The more board underneath here, because it bolts to the aluminium frame, the more board under there, the better, because it's going to make it stronger, stiffer. Every time I measure like this, I remember my teacher at school saying to measure 3 times. So if you get one wrong, you've still got 2 that are right, which is a very good tip. Super anxious the goats are going to jump up here in a minute, but anyway, right. Might put some glasses on, because I know when you cut this stuff, it's pretty yucky. It sort of splinters out and it's pretty sharp, so get the sunnies on to protect my eyes, I think. Probably have a mask on as well. Had my breath held all the way through that. Yuck. It's handy having a trailer and a fire truck next to it to put all the bits and bobs in. Because it might shower again in a minute. I don't want this stuff to get wet. Oh, super heavy because it's so bloody wet. Alright, it's just about staying together. It's completely knackered. It'd be a lot easier if I could rely on this as a good template, but I definitely can't. So I'm going to build up the aluminium frame now for the top, stick it on and see how it all lines up. These are the little bits. Hopefully the cloth's going to go in there, and then I knock these down to hold the cloth in place for the cushions. So each of these corner pieces are just held in with a couple of self-tapping, well, they're roof bolts actually, when you do corrugated metal roofing. So a couple of them, don't know if you can see, but there should be 2 bolts. A couple of them have got a bit broken off, which I can't really do anything about. I can't weld aluminium, so I can't really do much about that. I don't think it's going to make much difference. It's all going to be bolted together. What I could do though is make sure the broken one is on this piece where we've got the greater overhang. I think I'll do that. That would make sense. Don't know if they're mating or fighting. It's getting to that time of year, so hopefully we'll have some more baby goats soon. Hey? Yeah, you two better hurry up. Should probably paint this, but I quite like a bit of patina, a bit sun bleached on the top. Right, that looks pretty well lined up. I'm going to mark out the centres, and then I might use something out, I don't know, try and get the plate with my cake. Chickens with some crumbs. So I'm going to, look at that, pretty much perfect. So I might use this for the if I mark out the centre point, then I'll use these to make the pockets, make sure the pockets are nicely rounded. Because this is such a bad template, because it's all warped and wet. It's pretty much the exact circumference. Excellent. So these two that are a little bit iffy, I can sort out. Oh, bit of thunder. Nice. Now time for the jigsaw. This board is really tough on blades. Right, I think that looks champion. Just got to drill out all the holes now. I'm going to go off the template because it makes sense that the holes are a lot bigger, probably 3 times bigger than the bolt that's going to go through it, but I guess that gives you a nice bit of wiggle room and space for the cloth. We're going to cut those in, and then I can put the frame back on, check the bolts all line up, and then we're ready for some cloth. Dog barking at goats. Well, puppy really. Puppy barking at goats. Gwenny. Don't chase the goaties. Right, time to line it all up. Hey Gwendy, what are you doing? Are you barking at the goaties? Hey, you're barking at the goaties. You naughty girl. You're naughty. I've got these bits that space and hold the bolts in place. So hopefully that should line up there. Nice. That bit slides inside the yellow aluminium bit, and then it all bolts together. I love these tools. It's progressively bigger, so you don't have to keep changing over to a bigger drill bit. in, I should thread them all back into the top and see if I can get it on. I think I'm running out of time a bit because the clouds are coming in, might get wet. And I've just realised that to get these bits back in the groove, I've got to take all the corners off. So I'll quickly do that. Right, now these, if I'm lucky, slide back in. That's good. Didn't lose any. Gwenny, stop barking, please. Nice. It's going to be a lot harder with the cloth on, isn't it? But oh well, we'll worry about that. We're not going to get the cloth. The cloth's not getting delivered till late tonight, so put this together, then I'm pretty much done for the day, and we can, hopefully we're ready to put the cloth on tomorrow. Nice. Alright, corners in. And then it should all be out. Didn't think it'd be this hard. If I can get this in, bolt it together, then we're all good. Look at that. Not too shabby. It's raining now, so that's me done for the day. Thanks for watching, subscribe.